turning on the power in many of the different maps is very simple to actually do. Just find a basic power box or whatever, beside a building or on top of a wall and beside a wall, and basically just flick it on, and if it's a generator, just turn it on very easily. However, on the hospital, you were able to actually turn on the power in a much more kind of objective way. Here's how. The first thing we need to do in order to turn on the power is to claim the Janitors Keys. So the Janitors Keys can spawn in a ton of locations, and I have mostly the locations it can spawn in relatively easily on the palm of my hands. So basically, the first few locations it can spawn in is the shower room, where it can spawn underneath this specific chair, where they can spawn right then and there. However, the other locations it can spawn is beside the toilets, or on top of the toilet lids, behind the lids, where it's like on that flat surface. It can spawn there as well, and I believe once I did find it in the lockers, in the open locker right there, so you can check there if it does spawn for you. And those are the locations for the shower room. The next location it can actually spawn is the first receptionist area next to the ambulance vehicle. So as soon as you get to this reception area, it should be right there on the receptionist desk. And if it doesn't spawn there, then you want to head over to basically the center of the hospital building on the first floor, where you will find another receptionist desk and basically a much more bigger of a lobby, and you should find it there on top of the receptionist desk. If you don't find it there, then head over beside the receptionist desk into this little room, go into this doorway, and you will find yourself in a therapy or a psychiatrist room, and basically it will be on top of this table right next to this really weird looking chair where people sit on there to basically talk about their feelings and pain. Once you find it, or if you haven't found it there as well, head over to the second floor, and there will be another receptionist desk right there, and you should be able to find it right then and there. And those are mainly all the locations for where the Janitor's Key can spawn. Now, there can be up to like 3, I believe, at the top of my head. So if you don't find it in the first few locations, the chances of someone getting it before you is kind of thoughts, but you should be able to find a duplicate sometime soon, hopefully. Once you've claimed your Janitor's Keys, we will need to find the power room. Now, this is your second objective. The power room spawns in 4 different locations, and every single time you play the hospital map, it will be in a random location and be changed every single time. The first location is basically the first receptionist desk, where the first ambulance vehicle can spawn. Just head through the doors that separates the first receptionist area towards the entire main building hallway, and you should be able to find this door. If it has the power symbol on it, then that is where the power box is, and you will need to open it up with the Janitor's Keys in your hands, and boom, you have yourself the power box, and flick the switch, and there is your power. If you don't find the power sign on there, then that is not where the power box is located, and if you do open it up, there will be a chance that there will be weapons or like an ammo box in there. So I guess that's a cool sweet reward with the Janitor's Keys. Now, the second location is on the second floor, where you go down the hallway past the receptionist desk, and it should be all the way down the hallway at the dead end next to the 2x2 doors on the both right and left side. Just open it up, and there is your power box if it has the power sign on top, on the door. And if you don't find the power sign there, then that is not the location for the power box. The next location is on the third floor, where you basically do the same thing, where you go down the hallway past like the seats or whatever, and instead of it being on the right side down the hallway, it's actually to the left, where you basically see a door with either a power sign on it or just not a power sign on there, whatever. You can open up if you want, but if you do find it there, then boom. But if you don't find it there, then that is not the location else. So the last location it can spawn is on the 4th floor, not the 5th floor. The 5th floor is the roof, where literally there's no power or doors up there, so that's not, at all where it can be. And on the 4th floor, you basically do the same thing, go down the hallway, and instead of it being on the right side down the hallway, or the second hallway as you could say, it will be to the left, like similarly to the 3rd floor, and there should be your power room. Once you found it, once you found your power room, wherever you were in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th floor, you pick out your keys, you open it up by pressing E, and boom, there's your power box. Flick the switch, and now you have power for the entire building. Now, it is worth to mention that the power, you can turn off the power if you want to, or if you don't want to, you could just spam it. It'll be a little bit of a nuisance. However, it is worth to mention that the zombies can actually damage it by just swatting at it, and with enough hits, it will actually break the power box. So eventually all the power will go out for like the next 30 seconds or so, and the way to turn it back on is you go back to the power box and basically just flick it back on if there's not black smoke coming out from it. If there's not black smoke, then that is ready to basically be turned on again. Just turn it on and that'll be very simple. Now, I like this power type of system to actually go for because it makes it a lot more of a, mission to do it, instead of just like, oh, I found the power box right next to the spawn. Turn it on. Boom, that's it. And you don't have to worry about power at all because you can't turn it off because it's like a generator, or if it's like, I don't know, the gas station, where you can go behind the gas station in the freeway map and just turn on the switch if you want to, or turn it off, and that's okay, I guess. However, having a little bit more of like obstacles in the way to turn on the power is pretty cool. Even though you don't need the power, it's always nice to basically have like a better vision, being able to see a lot more farther, and being like, wow, at least I can't like accidentally stab my toe against every single day I come across. Pretty cool. And yeah, that's how to turn on the power. Just wanted to make this for fun, and yeah, see you guys all about 42 years.